Welcome everyone to another starter deck unboxing video. This time around we are taking a look at Dark Legion. As I mentioned in the previous one, if you watched that one where I essentially did a Saber Force, I mentioned that this one is actually incredibly similar to that one, meaning Saber Force. So if we take a look at the back here, we can quickly see the entire lineup of cards, and the big thing that I was highlighting is that it's similar in terms of spells and traps. It's basically a copy-paste, I believe, when it comes to spells and traps, with the exception of like one spell card is different. I think it's Banner of Courage, I might be wrong about that. Maybe Axe of Despair, I don't know. And then trap cards, I believe the only one that's different is Mask of Weakness. But everything else is the same. For monsters though, it's a little bit different. There are actually some differences, actually a lot of differences. I believe monsters are pretty much all exclusively differently. So they want it to be the same in some aspects and very different in other aspects. So this one here is a first edition, as you can see right there. Let's go ahead and just dive right in. Alright, so this one, I don't really need to talk about the release date, as it's basically the same exact time as Saber Force. So they both came out at basically the same time. What's interesting is that I believe in the UK, or at least I think it was the UK, that's what it says in the Yu-Gi-Oh database, is that these came as like, not the exact same product and even the same name, but it's actually a little bit different in terms of what this product was. Basically this exact deck, Dark Legion and Saber Force, both did not come out in the UK. So that's kind of interesting, you know, in that aspect. Alright, we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. Don't need that. As always, the beginner's guide is simply right here. Flip through it, red, and then the playmat. So it should be very similar to the other one. Yeah, it actually is. You know, cover monster, anime character, title. That's simple. And of course it's the Pendulum playmat, because that was before the Master Will 4. Okay, now let's take a look at the contents here. So for the content, well, let's see what we can actually get here. So I don't want to, oh my god, you don't want to do it too hard, but basically pull it under. Oh, I totally ruined that. My bad. Okay. So here's the lineup. Let's see what we got. So we are going to start off with the cover one. This one here is, once it focus, actually focus, DDD Dragon King Pendragon. I think it's Pendragon, not Pendragon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a level 7 Dark Fiend, despite it saying Dragon, King Pendragon. Yeah. Alright, so the effect here with 2600 attack. The effect says if this card is in your hand, you contribute 1 dragon type monster and 1 other fiend type monster from your hand and or your side of the field. Special summon this card. Kind of the same as the other one, except it's different typing and stuff. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card. This card gains 500 attack, and then you can destroy 1 spell or trap on the field. This attack increase lasts until the end of this turn, so basically it goes to 3100. So, pretty cool for sure. The artwork is downright amazing. It's a little, there we go, it's a little bit better in terms of how it looks, but yeah, there it is right there. Okay, moving on to the shatter foils. So for the shatter foil cards, we start with an Exploder Dragon. This was actually a very fun card back in the day. Essentially you just summon it, ram it into a monster, and you take no damage, and both monsters get destroyed. It's like a freaking time bomb. You just summon it, ram, boom, they both explode, and you take no damage. Really fun card to pull off, and it's cool getting a shatter foil of it, you know? There we go. Okay. The next one here is, of course, I think they're all the same ones. You get your Dark Hole, which is the same one from Saber Force. Then you get your Smashing Ground shatter foil, there we go. And then you get the Mirror Force shatter foil. And then lastly, you get the Magic Cylinder shatter foil. Okay. Next up, let's take a look. Start with the vanillas. We are going to start with the Beast of Talwar, where this one is actually treated as an Archfiend card. Level 6, 2400 attacker. This I believe was an ultra rare back in the Pharaoh Servant days, so that's definitely quite a long time since then. Okay, so you get one of those, then you get 1 Archfiend Soldier, and then 2 the Dragon Dwelling in the Cave. So this one's a little bit differently, because I believe the Saber Force one gave 2 Mystical Elves, which is kind of like this, High Defender. And then it gave, I think, 2 Alexandrite Dragons. This one does things a little bit different where it mixes up and gives you one extra different card. So that's, I guess, cool on that part. Moving on to effects. So we start with GRAVI-CRUSH Dragon. Basically, you can, send a face-up containing a spell to destroy 1 monster. So that's pretty cool right there. Alright, it was an okay card when it came out, but even then it was never great at all. Double Elite Attack Force. And Axe Dragonette. So these cards here, high attack level force, but when they attack they go to defense mode. So yeah, as far as like which ones you get 2 of, you get 2 Elite Attack Force, you get 2 Axe Dragonette, there's 1 GRAVI-CRUSH Dragon, you get 2 Lancer Lindworm. This one essentially all it has is piercing, but it's an 1800 beat stick for piercing, not bad, for a starter deck of course. Then you get 2 Mad Archfiend. So this one here, it says, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing, but also if this face-up attack position card is targeted for an attack, change the defense position. So I mean, it's interesting, can protect you, but it can also make you very susceptible to piercing yourself, so you kind of don't want that to happen. Then we get this one. You only get 1 copy of Fabled Ashenvale, but essentially it says, if it attacks or is attacked during the calculation in either player's turn, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard once per battle. This card gains 600 attack during the damage calculation. So it goes up to 2200. Okay. Then, going back here, next one is 2 Lancer Dragonets. So these here are 1500 attackers, and all it says is piercing. So, yeah, definitely not as great as Lancer Lindworm, I will say that, but I mean, it does have more defense though. So, I guess that's cool, right? I'm gonna put that right over there. I'm gonna move these over here. Okay. Next one is Thebon Nightmare. It says, well, you have no cards in your hand, no one your spell and trap card zone, this card gains 1500. So it's a 3000 beat stick when you control nothing else, no other spells and traps, and no cards in your hand. So you can control monsters. But yeah, so that's that one. And you do actually get 2 of these. So that's pretty cool. And then lastly, Grave Squirmer. It's a level 1. And it says if this card is destroyed by battle into the graveyard, target 1 card in the field, destroy it. I mean, it's similar to I think it's like Newdoria. Newdoria has basically the same exact effect except better stats, so that one might be a better one to run in some cases. Okay, moving on to the lineup here of spells and traps. So you get 1 monster reincarnate. Oh, actually, this is only 1 of as well. Okay, so that's 1 Grave Squirmer that you get. You get 1 reincarnation. You get 2 MSTs, you get 2 Rush Recklesslies, you get 1 Axe and 1 Malevolent Nuzzler, and also a Banner of Courage. Not a bad card for starter decks, that's for sure. And you get 2 Trap Holes. I guess I'll just put these all around everywhere. You get 2 Dust Tornadoes. You get 1 Mask of Weakness. This one is also unique to this deck. It did not come out in Saber Force. And you get 2 Call the Haunted, and finally 1 Negate Attack. So that's essentially what the entire deck consists of. As far as what's unique, well, again, the monsters are technically unique when compared to Saber Force, but you get your Mask of Weakness, and I forgot if it's, I believe, Banner of Courage, but I forgot if Axe of Despair is also unique. I don't actually remember if you get an Axe of Despair in the other deck, but I want to say that you do. Or maybe it was a Black Pendant. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Regardless, the Shatter Foils being Exploiter Dragon, and then this one here, DDD Dragon King Pendragon, is also unique, and it's cool to have this as a, this little cover card there, so that's cool. But yeah, that's about it for the deck. Just more Mirror Forces and more Dark Holes and Call the Haunted, and MSTs. That's crazy how many they give you. So as always, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a comment, leave a like, I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you, and as always, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a great and, of course, a fantastic day.